Okay, so I am actually a little bit late to this. Scream Fortress 2022 dropped last night while I was away, and yeah, with it brought 5 new taunts, it looks like, a bunch of new unusual effects as always, and a bunch of new cosmetics as well, which so far I think are pretty good. From what I can see on my screen right now, and from what I've seen on Twitter, I actually quite like them this time. And I'm hoping that a lot of the community also kind of feels the same way. So I'm going to do a very quick look through of all of the cosmetics. I'm not going to spend ages doing it because I normally do that. And it's really hard to talk about like 20 different items in a row and still have something different to say about all of them. So we're going to do a very quick run through. So first off, we have the Travel Agent, which is a taunt for the spy, it looks like. Honestly, I think this thing is very funny. It looks really cool. I need to actually see... Oh my god, that's loud. Yeah, I like that thing a lot. I think it's going to be a very interesting taunt to see in game. But also, yeah, I like it. It looks cool. It's different. It's going to be great. This is actually a taunt I said should get added into the game in one of my taunts that should be added videos. Just because it just looks funny. And it makes a sound. Yeah, it has a sound as it's going across the across the ground. It's very well made. The winglet did it, the winglet was part of it. It looks like Bonk was also on it, which is cool. Very well made taunt. I've talked about it in a video before. Like it's just a funny taunt. And then there's also Drunk Man's Cannon. Demo got 2 taunts today or last night, so that's cool. I don't know if I've seen this one before. I genuinely can't tell. Does it drive? That's all I need to know. Does it move? Yes, it does. Okay. Nice. I like that one a lot. The Texas Twirl'em. Oh, so he does tricks with it and stuff. Yeah, okay. I like that one. I like that one. That's pretty cool. Definitely a cool NG taunt. Bit different from what he's had, but yeah, I think he's needed something like this. And then an all-class taunt, I believe. The Scaredy Cat. So you just pretended to be scared, it looks like. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool taunt. I like it a lot. I'm not sure when you'd use this other than Halloween, but I guess it might be quite a toxic like BM kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, so let's just run really quickly through the rest of this stuff. I actually really like this unusual. It looks like a different weird version of like Scorching Flames, kind of, but like, I don't know how to explain it, but I like it. It looks cool. Okay, so this one just looks like the Horseman's Head Taker going through your head, which is, you know, quite cool. I don't think we've seen something like this before. We've had hats that do it, but not unusual effects. So it's going to be interesting to see how that actually looks in game. I can't say I'm desperate to have it on my cosmetics, but hey, it doesn't matter. Some people are going to love that, and it will work well with a few sets as well, I think. And then we've got the Roadblock and the Road Rage. They go together quite clearly. The Heavy looks very cool while wearing both of them. That's nice. I like it. This kind of makes it look like he's a final boss of the game or something. We have the Magical Mount, which I'm kind of hoping is Halloween restricted. I think it is, but it looks very cool. I actually really like it. It's not a TF2 cosmetic update if there's not something to do with Balloonicorns in it, is there? Really? Here you go. Here's your Balloonicorns. Okay, so we have the Imp's Imprint and the Masked Fiend. I think they go together. So, like, that's what the whole set looks like. I actually quite like it. The jacket, probably my favorite thing about it. The mask, though, also isn't bad. And with that hair, too, actually, you can make some pretty cool looking loadouts with this, I think. The Pony Express, basically the same thing as the Balloonicorn thing. Yeah, same concept, I guess, but different cosmetics. This one's really cool. I'm surprised we haven't had... Oh, no, we have had stuff like that before, I guess, with the, like the ostrich that a sniper rides. And then I'm guessing this is also a set as well with the Headhunter's brim and the jacket. Yeah, it looks really cool. The sniper suits, that look quite well, I think. The hat, it looks very well made. This might be one of the most popular hats, I think, from the update, just because it is quite simple. People will like the fact that it's got just a skull on it and some bones. You know, it's not like a Halloween hat, if that makes any sense. And then this thing is weird. The demo's robot hat, or the robo head for the robot demo man. Can you get it in gold? Yeah. Or is that a different style? Okay, it's quite cool. It can be painted. Do you know what? I quite like that. Every class is going to get a robot head now, though, isn't it? And to be honest, that's quite funny. I definitely want to see at some point, all of the classes are probably going to get this. So I'd like to see MVM where everybody is wearing like a full robo set, fighting robots. The war paints, I've never normally cared that much about. But this, oh my god. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is like, maybe I do care about war paints. Okay, so next up we have the beaten and bruised, which looks quite cool. They all definitely look beaten and I guess that's why you called it that. Yeah, I can't say it's my absolute favorite from the update so far, but I like it, and I like how it's different with each class. The NG definitely looks upset. Look at him. He's sad. Then we have an unusual taunt effect with a bunch of different ones. Okay, I like it. I like it. Is that the artifact logo? I thought that was the artifact logo. I had to move in to have a look at it. That looks cool though. I like that, especially the gold one. Oh my god, that's gonna look cool in a lot of loadouts, and it will suit a lot of loadouts as well. Surprised there isn't a purple one. This one though might be my favorite, the prismatic haze. I thought it was going to be like this rainbow on this side, but apparently it's not. It looks more like that, which to be honest, I'm also cool with. I like that a lot. I like the fade between all the colors. Yeah, I'm surprised again that we haven't had something like that in the game already. Okay, so the next war paint is the Bonzo Nord war paint. Basically like Bonzo the All-Knowing, but in a war paint, I guess. I like the colors on it, actually. The green and the purple go quite well together. Yeah, very Halloween-y. I wonder how much you're going to see this outside of Scream Fortress. Pretty cool. Actually, it would go quite well if you had a Bonzo hat. Pungent Poison up next. We've got the purple one. That's probably my favorite one. We've got this one. Oh, actually, that's quite good as well. I like that one. This one I think would actually weirdly still work quite well outside of Halloween. I don't know why. I just think there's certain things in TF2 that make this work. Next up, another war paint, Health and Hell. This one is quite clean. I like it because you can't always see the skulls, I guess. That just looks like a nice pattern up there. So I reckon you could use this one outside of Scream Fortress quite easily, or you can make a set that works with that quite well. I like it. So, okay, there's a green one. Nice. But it's meant to just be blue. Maybe I do like war paints. Unusual effect, Haunted Forever. Okay, this is a bit like some of the other unusual effects we've got. Can't lie, but I like the face in it. The face is very cool. It's like an upgraded version of whatever those cloudy ones were with the eyes in it. I like the red one. I like the way that the face is weirdly moving around separately to the energy behind it. Anyway, moving on. We've got the Rising Ritual. Okay, I like that. I like that. It looks very intense compared to a lot of like, or some of the other ones that just rise up from the floor. Like, it goes all the way up. The blue and the purple, I feel like that's what you have to do to get an unusual effect in the game, to be honest. Anybody want to make unusual effects, make it blue and purple. There's so many of those now, but they all look amazing. Okay, so next up we have the Bloody Grip effect. That's kind of spooky. It's just got hands reaching out to try and... That is kind of weird. There's 5 different colours of it. Okay. Nice. Do we need 5 different colours of it? I feel like the red and blue would have worked fine. But sure. Okay. Fine. Whatever. You can, if you have like purple unusuals, green unusuals, or I don't know. Yeah. If you put different sets with it, that works well. The red one's definitely quite creepy. We have the Haunted Wick. Unusual effect. Just loads of ghosts coming out your head. Oh. You've got a candle on your head and it's got a load of ghosts coming out of it. Ooh. Like I said, the green... Like, I don't know, I said blue and purple, didn't I? This kind of goes to blue and purple. All right. These ones are nice. Different. Very different, I'd say. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Then we have the Sunriser one. I think this one might be the one I looked at and thought was actually really cool. Like that rocket launcher as well looks sick. I really like the way that one looks. Sunriser. Good war paint. I like it. The Marigold Ritual. It looks quite cool. I like it. Yeah. Oh, it stays on the ground for a bit if you move. Okay. Yeah. Nice one. I like that a lot. Then we have the Horror Shawl. No mask style. So it's a hood for the heavy with a very spooky mask on the front. It looks like they've upgraded the... actually, no. Now that I've looked at it, it doesn't look like that. Are they bullets as the teeth? That's funny. Yeah. Do you know what? It's a good Scream Fortress cosmetic, I guess. Victorian Villainy. I'm guessing these two go together. See, this just reminds me of... There's a set that's already in the game for the medic that looks very similar to this, but for some reason it's Halloween restricted. And I have no idea why. It's like crazy hair for the medic like this. It's a crazy coat, and it's Halloween restricted. So having a non-Halloween restricted version or different kind of set of hair and jacket pretty cool. I've never dressed my medic like that, to be fair. I've never used these kind of items in a loadout, so it's not for me. I know already that some people like this one. Then we have the Ghoul Blaster War Paint. Oh, that looks sick. So the more worn it gets, the more green it is underneath. That's actually really cool. So you can get a battle scarred one and it still looks just as good. Maybe maybe even better. That one, that's my favorite war paint so far. Okay, so next up we have the Sacred Slayer war paint. And my first impression is that it's not exactly the kind of war paint that I use or like is my favorite. This style for me isn't my personal taste. I do like the cool little star thing and all the patterns on it. I do like it. I just like going from the more like loud colors, I think, and the more obnoxious war paints. The Nightmare Brim is the next hat. I feel like we have a hat like this already in the game, but this one's wham. It's massive. Oh my god. Actually, I quite like it. Yeah, that's actually not bad. It suits the demo quite well too. Do you know what? Yeah, I like this one. I had to think about it for a second, but I do like this one. Then we've got the Morgun Marshal. I had a tiny look at this one, I think, before, because I saw it on Twitter, I think. Yeah, I like these. You've got, like, different styles for it. Very clever cosmetic. I like it a lot. And then you could just have it be a nice hat if you don't want the sentry patterns on it. Okay, so then we have the Bombard Brigadier. Bombard Brigadier. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, it's a Shaco for the demo man. You know, every class needs one, I feel like at this point. Do you know what? I like it. It's a bit more than just a Shaco for the demo. It's got like designs on it. It's got something unique about it. I like that one. Very cool. Okay, so moving on to the Turncoat. I have already seen so many people so excited about the fact that this is in the game. It is a very, very cool looking jacket for the Spy. It is very cool. And you can use it with most of the shirts that the Spy has, apparently. So you can make some insanely cool looking loadouts with it, I guess. This one actually is quite cool. I like that one. The Propaniac, it looks a bit like the Bunsen burner. Are they different styles or like paint? Because like I know you can change color of fire depending on like what you put in it. But I like this. It's like a mohawk but made out of fire. Then we have the Chilly Autumn war paint. You know, pretty standard looking. Oh, it's a blanket. It looks like a stitched up. That is cool. Okay, I like that one. I actually do really like it. Okay, moving on. Metallized Soul. This one looks hella crazy. It's like a proper robo one with like stuff shining through it. This is cool. I actually really like this one. This one's sick. Okay, next up we have the Cabinet Man, which looks like the Halloween restricted item for it. You've just got like an arcade game on your head. I think that's quite cool. Oh, they've used the coin from Gunmetal or Tough Break or whatever it was. I like this one. This one's pretty nice. Good that it's only Halloween restricted. It probably needs to be, but for a Halloween restricted item, it's very cool. Then we have the Starlight Sorcerer. Okay, it's got the glasses on as well. It's not just like a wizard's hat. We get a lot of wizard's hats in the game. I don't mind them, but I don't wear them. I don't really know. I don't know if it's one of the better ones or not. I like the glasses on it though. I think that adds quite a bit to it. And actually on the pyro there, looks really cool. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. I'm happy with it. The Malevolent Monoculi. This one looks... It's just quite cursed, isn't it? Like, Monoculus itself, especially with those eyes on the pyro. So weird. But, yeah, cool effect. And then we've got the Dust Bowl Devil. And if that sniper hat we saw, I thought was going to be one of the more popular ones in this case. I have a feeling this one's also going to be one of the more popular ones in this case. Just because it just looks cool and it glows and... You know, it's got like a cool skull and it's a nice hat for the NG. I feel like this one's going to be quite popular. Yeah, so then we've got the Firearm Protector. Basically, a firefighter outfit for the soldier. I think that looks quite cool. I think it actually suits him quite well. I think the coat just works for it as well. And the helmet and stuff. Soldier looks like he could be a firefighter if he wasn't an absolute psychopath. Why is he getting the firefighting outfit if Pyro is his counter though? We then have Misha's Maw. I probably said that wrong, but it's a bear head for the heavy. I'm probably never going to use this thing, but I've seen some people on Twitter very happy about, oh my god, actually, wait, that's so cool. It looks so weird, but so funny at the same time. I feel like that doesn't need to be Halloween restricted. You can see the heavy's head in that, right? You can make it a polar bear as well. Okay, this is cool. And then we have the Cranial Cowl, which... I saw it while taking a screenshot from my like Be Nice to Workshop creators video, and I thought it looked sick. It's a bit edgy, for sure. But that looks like the Open Fortress dude. And then it's got like the skull on it as well. I really like this cosmetic. I think it's sick. And like the paint and stuff. Part of me wishes actually it was just the bottom of the skull and wasn't at the top here. Because then I think the paint would look a lot better. Honestly, a cosmetic I actually really want. And probably would end up using if there was a nice unusual effect for it. Then we have the pumpkin plastered. Pretty standard pumpkin-y war paint. I like it. I like it. Even though you've got like the simple blade and stuff. You've got like little pumpkins on it. That's quite cool. Okay, next we have the Moth Plague unusual effect. I'm going to have to... Okay, so it's like masked flies. It's more visible. You've got moths, and on that hat especially, you wouldn't ever be able to unbox that hat with that effect, but that works so well. And I feel like you could definitely make some cool sets having moths going around your head. And then we have the Oni Man. Yeah, do you know what? The more I look at this one, the more I actually do like it. It's got the hair as well. I didn't realize that. Oh, the Raging Demon has the hair. Okay, so you can have it without the hair, and you can have it with the hair if you wanted. The NG looks really weird with it on. I don't know why. It's the fact that it's just the goggles. Like the Pyro also looks kind of strange. The Scout's pulling a weird face. The Sniper looks... Yeah. Do you know what? I like it. It's making the classes look weird. Do you know what? I'll take it. Then we have the Fire Breather. Okay, I'm thinking surely this cosmetic has to be Halloween restricted as well. If like a bunch of the other like head replacements are, then this one has to be. It looks very cool though. You've got like the eyes underneath it, and then you can put the pop-up eyes, the sight for sore eyes. I don't know what this one is. I feel like maybe that's just... I don't remember the name of the cosmetic, and then you've got like the jewels or whatever. It's very weird, but it makes sense that like the Pyro could be a dragon. Then we have the Hypergon War Paint. Okay, it looks quite intense. Like there's a lot going on. It looks very busy, I think. On something like this where it's broken up a fair bit, I like it. But I think some of the examples shown here, like the Islander. Oh, this isn't the Islander. This is the clay, whatever, the other one. Yeah, it's quite intense. And it gets quite busy on some of these other weapons. Like the Ubersaur looks quite busy. Some weapons I think this will look great on. There's going to be some weapons that I think would just not work with it. And that's fine. Like, you just use them on the other weapons. So there we have it. That is everything that got added into the new... I nearly said Smithmas. The new Scream Fortress 2022 update. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. I appreciate you if you got this far. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.